DSP update.
Yes.
There we go. What game?
Wait, did we do the one above this? What was the one above this?
Yeah, it was the AI shit.
Oh. Wait, did we even figure out if that company? Okay.
So guys, I mean, honest question.
Okay.
Are we ever gonna get any support on this stream?
I love it.
I always thought, okay, it's a slow stream, but at least someone would support by the end. I'm not kidding you. There has been one person who contributed the entirety of the gameplay of the stream, 3 hours.
Jesus.
And it was Darth Fig, $5.
Are you serious, guys?
Are we for real?
It's because he doesn't have the
Like,
best
what the hell
board.
is going on? Right now, while we're on Kick, let's get some subs. Let's get some tips, some super chats, memberships on YouTube. What is going on?
I feel like DSP, first off, needs to be broadcasting in a higher frame rate.
Well, it might just be the clip or whatever is a lower.
What is going on? No, really, what the fuck is going on? I don't get it. I've been playing this game for 50 hours. You guys have liked it a lot. Told me to keep playing it. What the fuck?
They're saboteurs.
Oh, God.
You know he used to do reviews by pointing his camera at the TV and recording, right? That's why. Wait. Have you ever seen his legendary Final Fantasy 13 review?
We don't have time for this.
No, I know, but he did a whole review of a video game when the fire alarm was going off in the back.
Yes. I think we've even covered that on the show.
That's good.
Yeah. All right.
What a legend. Okay.
Yeah,
anyway, guys,
he
come
did
on.
it. Come on. All right. DSP update over. Next. Only fart when daddy tells you. Permanently banned. I don't know what this is about. What's this?
Stop being Indian! Stop!
What is...
Stop!
Seems like a racist VTuber.
There's a lot of them lately, huh?
Are there, or is it the same one? I don't remember what they all look like.
I don't know. All right. Let's just get this out of the way. The AI shit, actually Indian, kind of pisses me off a little bit because I feel like when we talked about that, we came up with that. Like, I don't think we were reading a story about how someone, at least I hope we weren't. We weren't reading a story about like Indians faking being. No, we weren't. We were just ahead of the curve.
No, we were ad-libbing.
Will you be slightly upset if someone makes the exact movie and they call it actually Indian?
No, I'll be happy that that idea was birthed into the world and I can witness it firsthand.
What about if they do a really bad job?
Then I'll be upset that a good concept was taken and run into the ground and nothing better was made from it.
Do you know what I'm upset about? There was this post on Reddit back in the day,
Okay.
and it was about this Marine platoon that suddenly got transported back in time. Like,
To the Roman times.
yes. And that was, and the guy was apparently like a really good story writer, and someone reached out to him about doing it, and it never got done. And I felt like that was very, like, what a waste. You had so much interest, great story, great concept. Like,
Would
I
it
would
be
watch
that much
that.
interest?
I'd watch that.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
I think it'd be interesting for like 5 seconds, and then it'd be like, oh wow, the guns shoot through and everything and kill everybody, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, but like then they'd run out of bullets,
and then
they'd
they
run
would
out of
probably
gas.
lose. Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's fucking annoying.
Yeah, it is. Make him go away.
We
Yeah,
need,
I thought you carried. If you knifed him in the middle of the air, I would give you $1,000 on the spot. If you
that
could
thing,
chop
it's
it in
a
half.
fruit fly.
Yeah, but show me your knife. If you.
I can't knife a fucking fruit
Okay,
fly.
we'll just let him chill then. He's just.
All right. All AI is just Indian guys who type really fast. Okay, actually Indian. Over 700 Indians pretended to be AI. Natasha earning nearly $500 million. Back in 2016, 2 Indian entrepreneurs inspired by the booming promise of AI. Wait a second. 2016. There was no talk of AI going on back then.
Okay.
Like, did anyone give a fuck about AI before the ChatGPT launch? I feel like no one gave a fuck. And they definitely did not give a fuck in 2016. It was not booming.
When did ChatGPT 2 come out?
Don't tell me, yes, it was. I was fucking there with a data
When the
center of
things were
GPUs.
written.
I would fucking know if AI
Show me
was-
show me the ChatGPT 2. When did that release? Because wasn't that the big one that came out when people started to have conversations and they're like, whoa. Or am I making that up?
launched in 2022.
Damn. Okay. I feel like this is when the AI stuff started to become real popular online.
Yes, it is. That's when all of a sudden people are like, wait a second. The shit we had before that was like the fake demo. Like, do you remember Google released this demo of like, okay, Google demo, make appointment. This whole thing was fake. I wonder if there's still a video of it somewhere. Yeah, this thing. This was in 2018, by the way.
Okay.
Not 2016.
The progress of the assistant.
As I said earlier, our vision for our assistant is to help you get things done. It turns actually rely a lot on this, but even in the US, 60% this problem. So is the Google Assistant makes the call seamlessly in the background for you. So what
I remember this. I was actually hyped as fuck for this.
Google Assistant
Okay, so first off, before we watch this, remember that fucking Maya and Miles can barely tell us what fucking time of day it is without telling us to pump the fucking brakes or have like an orgasm.
It's just so wrong, but go ahead. That was an unbelievably incorrect statement.
That's how long it took for audio to even be somewhat have a conversation with. Now listen to this and tell me if you think this is realistic. In real time, by the way.
So how can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second. Sure, what time are you looking for around?
At 12 p.m.
We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15.
Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.?
Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking for?
Just a woman's haircut for now.
Okay, we have a 10 o'clock.
10 a.m. is fine.
Okay, what's her first name?
The first name is Lisa.
Okay, how much of this do we need to watch?
Perfect.
Okay, but the point
It could. So I think
this was fake.
Sure. I think even at the time, it might have been able to do some versions without this voice. The voice would sound very robotic.
It'd be robotic as fuck. Remember
Yeah.
how bad even TTS was, and remember like how much training you had to do to even get like our TTS donations to sound like me or Mr. Mooten. It's like we had to read a fucking novel.
Yeah, and they were like very clearly TTS.
Yes,
like it was
exactly.
the most hilarious thing on stream when something happened to actually sound like the person because it was so
Yeah, I
rare.
remember.
There was one where because you were on stream and you were going like L L L L L L to sound like the Dan TTS.
Yeah, well, there was that, and then there was the other one. It was a very funny moment. It was when you were watching a thing, and they called. Fuck, we'll never be able to find it. It was you were watching something, and it was about, and they called the number, and then there was just a recording, and it was silence for a second, and then someone donated, and it was like fucking dubstep or some shit like that right at that moment. It was a very funny moment whenever it is. But anyways, yes, this is all bullshit. And this is 2 years after when you fucking degenerates in chat seemed to think that AI was already having its moment in time. Trust me, it wasn't. I was there. I wish I could have sold fucking GPU time to some of these dipshits.
My guess is they probably opened a company doing some type of like
They had some rendering use back then.
some rendering. It was probably some crypto related thing probably.
Yeah.
Okay, wait, but anyway, and then they changed the name of the company or some bullshit later. But go ahead. What was the rest of this?
So let's see. Hold on. We're gonna do a little bit of time change. Not time change. Put DGG up for a little bit now.
There's
Hi.
a dubstep meme.
Name, not even a deadline. Upon calling the number, which is surprisingly still active, you're merely met with this.
Fucking dubstep.
League addict to feels.
I'm sorry.
Good times.
Good meme.
Yeah,
Scary.
those are different days, you know?
That was scary.
Okay.
Okay.
The project quickly took off thanks to Natasha as a so-called revolutionary no-code AI. We call those vibe coding, I think. Okay. I don't know. I just hear my developers talk about vibe coding, and I assume it means they're not doing any work. A so-called revolutionary no-code AI, often compared to ChatGPT. But there was one big catch. Natasha wasn't AI at all. She was a team of over 700 real developers in India. How the fuck would that possibly work? Because, like, I'm going to a ChatGPT, like, make me a program. Is this guy, like, typing out really fucking fast in front of me? Is this, like, AI, like, by mail? Okay. Here's
Wait,
how...
hold on.
I was about to read how it worked, but go ahead.
I feel like this whole story might be fake. Were there any mainstream sites that published this story? Because go back in time and think. My history brain is on, right? There are certain things where somebody would say, "Oh yeah, there was like a jet plane that won that won World War I or whatever," and you're like, "Jet planes didn't exist. That would change everything or something, right?"
Yeah.
In 2016, somebody created
I don't believe there was like
an
any...
AI akin to ChatGPT, and people use this, and it says this worked successfully for 8 years, and nobody talked. I've never heard this company before. Have you heard of this? What are they called?
It might
Builder
be
AI. Have you ever heard of this company before?
You think this is like all like a... I mean...
Well, Google Builder AI. Is there any mainstream media that is like that reported on this story? Good one, Dan.
Sorry, my bad. Let me go ahead and unblock Google real quick.
Why is it doing this? What happened?
Okay, let's try here.
Timesofindia.indiatimes.com.
Times of India is a fake website, and I can tell you this because, listen,
Yeah.
they put like my fucking memes on that website.
Wait, is it actually like a fake website?
It's not like it's like a
like
you know-
a Daily
you know how
Mail fake, or like the Onion fake?
fake like Wes BTW reveals that he has AIDS live on stream.
Okay, well, that's what I just got linked as a source for this story. How this Microsoft-backed billion-dollar
No,
London
that's not-
startup
it's not
made
that-
700 engineers sitting in India pose as AI tool.
No, Times of India. Real okay, hold on. You guys can. Okay. Click. Thank you. Jesus.
Oh, Bloomberg article.
That'll work. All I know is if they write about me, I'm not taking this site super fucking seriously.
We need an
Do
archive.
you trust this website right now? Take a look.
Yeah, why would I not? What was the title for this?
It's creating terrorist. Kick streamer Dan Saltman links DC museum shooter to Twitch.
Did you not say that?
I said he had a Twitch account. He does.
Well, it
And
seems
then
like
we
this
have
story is
Awk
true.
here on the Times of India. Awk 2000.
Well, yeah, then it seems like there's a truth. This is all true.
Okay.
So it seems like a reputable website now.
I think when they start putting me up on there, I'm like, hold on a second.
What?
So is it real?
Oh,
Bloomberg said
I
it's
don't
real
know.
or no?
The tech world is reeling from revelations that Builder.ai, once hailed as a $1.5 billion
I feel like I don't buy it either.
AI
No.
powerhouse, now faces scrutiny, blah, blah, blah. They had once garnered acclaim for its strategic partnership with Microsoft. Did you get him?
Got him.
Nice. And an investment led by the Qatar Investment Authority is initiating bankruptcy.
You know,
but it did. Wait.
You know, Redact had a competitor. One. Did you know this?
Redact had a competitor?
We did.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, it was called Life Brand.
Oh, I didn't remember that. Okay.
It's a very funny story. Okay.
Okay.
So Life Brand. This fucking mouse.
You know what we should get you?
Oh god.
I bet this product. I wonder if this product exists. Do you think that there is a wireless? Are they called ball mice?
Yeah, I know it's your trackball.
Trackball. Do you think there's a wireless trackball mouse?
There's enough boomers out there for it. Yeah. Okay. These guys raised like $30 million from your guy, Mr. Wonderful, speaking of.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be a Redact.dev competitor. But from what I've read, and I'm going to be very careful with the way I say the things I'm about to say right now, my understanding of the lawsuits that have been filed states that of the money that went to him, to the company, a very large portion of that went to having their name put on a stadium. And then a larger portion of the company, my understanding, this could be incorrect, based on the filings that I've read, allegedly, went to the founder of the company. And then the company went bankrupt. All the employees were kicked off, or the entire board resigned. And then Giga Chad, a brand new company, appears from the ashes and buys the entire code out from all the investors those pesky investors that were in the last company. Now it's just some new guy comes in like, hey, I'll buy all your assets for some amount of money that is not very much money.
Based.
And no investors in this new company.
That's based. Oh, I wish I could remember this scheme. Do you know what the cap is on your capital gains carry forward losses are? Like, how much can you deduct from your taxes if you have a loss in a capital gains investment in a year?
I think some of them is like, for instance, charitable giving is, I think, unlimited.
No, for capital gains losses. Like if you lose on a stock and you sell it, how much can you deduct from your taxable capital gains income?
Can you carry it forward at all?
You can. The cap is $3,000 per year.
Yeah, I didn't think.
So if you were to lose like everything, you're capped at $3,000 a year. Donald Trump did. I wish I could remember the scheme, but I read about this. But he did something where he was going to have like a huge capital gains loss, and I don't know if he reverse merged it into another business or what, and then sold it. But he found a way to basically get a fuck ton of tax avoidance by not doing that carry forward loss. But I don't know the scheme, so there's no.
That sounds realistic. It's like you're about to lose a bunch of money. So instead of you losing the money, you sell the money losing to another company, and then that company, you've invested in that company, and then when a company goes under, investments you can carry forward.
Some kind of scheme like that, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I think there's another one of those fuckers in here.
Yeah,
They're multiplying. Where there's one, there's multiple. All right. Well, anyways.
EDCM.
I'll try. You want me to just fucking blast them?
Now I know exactly where your firearm is. I could disarm you in 2 seconds.
You couldn't, because you can only pull it out from one specific angle. It's like the cop holster.
I know judo. I practiced.
Okay. Judo. You're talking to the guy that invented it.